Everybody is looking for the best sights in Rome. Hello guys, and welcome to our Rome travel guide. In the next 10 minutes, we'll take you on a journey through the Eternal City and show you the 10 best and most famous sights. Whether you're history buffs, art lovers, or just want to feel the soul of Italy, Rome will welcome you with open arms. So pack your bags, buckle up, and let's go. I don't think people understand the true grandeur of the Colosseum. Our first stop takes us directly to the heart of ancient Rome, to the mighty Colosseum. This monumental structure is one of the most famous landmarks in the world and a masterpiece of ancient engineering. Imagine, it's the year 80 AD and the Colosseum is just being opened. You are sitting among 50,000 other spectators in this architectural masterpiece. The roar of the crowd, the tension in the air, the sand under the feet of the gladiators preparing for battle, the smell of dust and sweat. You can almost still feel all that today as you walk through the corridors of the Colosseum. History seems to come alive here. Let yourself be captivated by the atmosphere of this place and immerse yourself in the past. Feel the pulse of history that can be found in every corner of this impressive building. Take your time to explore the different tiers of the Colosseum, from the lower levels to the highest rows of seats. Enjoy the view of the Roman Forum and imagine what it must have looked like back then. The Colosseum is not only an impressive building, but also a symbol of the power and glory of the Roman Empire. It tells stories of gladiators, emperors, and the Roman people. Every stone, every column, and every statue here is a reminder of the glorious past and the enduring significance of this place. Am I the only one that didn't know Vatican City is the smallest country in the world? We now leave ancient Rome and enter the smallest country in the world, Vatican City. This city-state is the center of the Catholic Church and houses some of the most important art treasures in the world. Enter St. Peter's Basilica and marvel at Michelangelo's masterpiece, the Pietà, and the impressive dome that dominates the interior. St. Peter's Basilica is not only a religious center, but also an architectural masterpiece that will amaze you. Don't forget to visit the Vatican museums, which display masterpieces from the papal collections. And of course, no visit is complete without a visit to the Sistine Chapel with Michelangelo's breathtaking ceiling frescoes. I don't think people understand the true beauty of the Trevi Fountain until they see it in person. Our next destination is the Trevi Fountain, one of Rome's most famous landmarks and a must-see for every visitor. This Baroque fountain is not only an architectural masterpiece, but also a symbol of the Eternal City. Form a picture of you strolling through the narrow streets of Rome, and suddenly the view opens up to the majestic Trevi Fountain. The narrow, winding streets lead you directly to this impressive monument. The sound of the water, the bright white figures, and the illuminated facades in the background. An almost magical atmosphere surrounds this place, especially at night when the fountain is bathed in golden light. It unfolds its full splendor. Take your time to admire the details of the fountain, the statue of Neptune, the wild horses, and the many other figures that tell the story of the fountain. Each figure has its own meaning and contributes to the overall narrative. Throw a coin over your left shoulder into the fountain. Legend has it that this guarantees a return to Rome. It's a ritual performed by millions of tourists every year, and it adds a special touch to the visit. I bet you didn't know about the Pantheon. Temple for all gods, Pantheon, temple for all gods. We now move on to another architectural masterpiece of ancient Rome, the Pantheon. The Pantheon was completed in 126 AD and originally served as a temple for all gods. Enter the interior of the Pantheon and let your gaze wander over the vast dome. Impressive is the oculus, the round opening in the center of the dome, through which daylight falls into the interior and creates an almost magical atmosphere. The Pantheon is a place of peace and reflection, where you can relax and marvel at the achievements of Roman architecture. Am I the only one that didn't know about the Spanish Steps? The Spanish Steps are another highlight that you should not miss on your visit to Rome. The Spanish Steps are a popular meeting place for locals and tourists alike who come here to soak up the sun, eat an ice cream, or simply enjoy the view of this city. Sit down on one of the steps, let your legs dangle, and watch the colorful hustle and bustle. At the foot of the Spanish Steps is the famous Vatican Fountain, another masterpiece of the Baroque. From the top of the steps, you have a magnificent view of Via Condotti, one of the most exclusive shopping streets in Rome. What's something people don't know about the Roman Forum? We now embark on a fascinating journey back in time to ancient Rome, to the Roman Forum, the pulsating center of political, religious, and social life in ancient Rome. Here, where the most powerful men in the world once walked, you can still feel the breath of history. Imagine yourself strolling through the impressive ruins of the Forum, past majestic temples, imposing basilicas, and triumphal arches that tell of bygone eras. This is where history was written, where laws were passed, where trade was conducted. Every stone, every column has its own story and contributes to the rich heritage of this place. Visit the venerable Temple of Saturn, the magnificent Temple of Castor and Pollux, and the imposing Arch of Titus, all impressive testimonies to Roman architecture and culture. From here, you can also make a detour to the Palatine Hill, one of the 7 legendary hills of Rome, from which you have a magnificent and unforgettable view of the entire Roman Forum. Let yourself be enchanted by the beauty and history of this place. And am I the only one that didn't know Piazza Navona is one of the most beautiful and lively squares in Rome? Take a seat in one of the street cafes, enjoy a glass of wine or a cappuccino and watch the colourful hustle and bustle. Admire Bernini's Fountain of the 4 Rivers, which symbolizes the 4 great rivers of the world. Visit the Church of Sant'Agnese in Agone, which was built on the spot where St. Agnes is said to have been martyred. Exposing the secrets of Castel Sant'Angelo that has shaped the history of Rome. Castel Sant'Angelo, imagine you are standing in front of the mighty fortress, which once served as a tomb for Emperor Hadrian and was later converted into a papal residence. Climb the walls of Castel Sant'Angelo and enjoy the breathtaking view over the city. From up here you can see St. Peter's Basilica, the Pantheon, and many other sights of Rome. Visit the staterooms of the popes and be enchanted by the beauty of the frescoes and sculptures. Everybody is looking for the true essence of Rome, and you can find it in Trastevere. Imagine, you're strolling through the narrow cobblestone streets, past pastel-colored houses, small boutiques, and cozy restaurants. Trastevere is a neighborhood to fall in love with, where you can experience the Italian way of life up close. Sit down in one of the many restaurants, enjoy traditional Roman cuisine, and end the evening with a glass of wine. Visit the Church of Santa Maria in Trastevere, which is one of the oldest churches in Rome. Are you overwhelmed by the commotion of the city? Then you need to hear this. To conclude our journey through Rome, we head to a green oasis in the middle of the hustle and bustle of the city, Villa Borghese. Imagine, you are strolling through the extensive park grounds past sculptures, fountains, and small lakes. Villa Borghese is the perfect place to escape the tumult of the city and relax. Rent a bike or a rowboat and explore the park on your own. Visit the Galleria Borghese, which houses one of the most important art collections in Rome. Admire masterpieces by Bernini, Caravaggio, and Raphael. I'm sure you've heard the news. Time flies so fast in the Eternal City. We hope you enjoyed this little trip through the 10 best sights of Rome. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and follow us on social media to make sure you don't miss any more travel tips and inspiration. See you on the next adventure. Ciao!